Hey everyone, Nick with CC Minis here. Bit of a weird one for you. And just, let me just assure you that this channel is not disappearing. It's not going away into the ether. But there is going to be a delay before the next main video. And there are going to be some significant changes coming to the channel here in the near future. Why? Well,
Well, I just bought a house. I mean, my wife and I bought a house. It's got to be a bit of a team effort in this economy. Yeah, let me show you inside. The first and most important thing is, of course, the garage teeth. Don't get a house once you got some of these bad boys. Very important. Okay, what else is here? All right, here's the kitchen. As you can tell, this place is a complete disaster at the moment. We have things everywhere. We are currently living between two places, the old apartment and the house. You guys don't want to see the whole tour, so let me skip to the studio. This tripod's too big. Hold on. Okay. As you can tell, we are very, very, very much in painting mode right now. All right, this is the studio. This is where I will be making all my videos in the future. It is slightly smaller than my existing studio, but that's okay because I own the place now. I can actually do what I want to the room, so I'll be able to do built-in shelves, a cool backdrop here, more built-ins, desk running along this whole line, desks on that whole small skinny desks on this whole wall right here, then a main desk here where I can face you, the viewers, and you can see me craft from there. But I'm gonna have a whole other video on making this space my space in the next few months. So I'm not gonna go too much into detail there. But I do want to talk about some changes to the channel, how I envision this going in the future, and what you can expect to see in the next couple of years. Alright. I know you guys are used to listening to me yap while I paint the miniature, so hopefully you'll give me the time of day while I paint this not miniature. Wall, it's a 1:1 scale mini. So as I'm going through this whole moving process, packing up and working on deciding if we want to keep things or just dumpster them, trying to decide what is going to stay, what's going to be a part of this new life in this new space. And of course, while doing all this, I thought about the channel a lot. Like a lot. And there are some things that I really, really love about this whole YouTube thing, this whole having a channel thing. But of course, there are also some things that I don't think I want to bring with me to the new space. I think we should talk about the good things first. I'll need a little more squidge to it. A little more squidge to my painting, a little more reach, a little more bend to the old shtick, if you know what I'm saying. What do I like about the channel? And it's a question that's harder to answer than it should be. Not because I don't like making videos and because I don't like having the audience or people kind of watch through what I'm doing. I actually really like that. It's almost like somebody's there with me when I'm working on these projects, and it helps a lot. It's almost like a body doubling kind of thing, if you're familiar with that concept, where you're definitely not interacting with me sitting on the other side of the screen, but knowing that you may eventually or will eventually see what I'm doing makes what I'm doing feel more important. It feels more like I'm producing something that could help other people, that could, help people learn the craft of painting models or making models or building whatever the fuck. It also just helps knowing that somebody will see what I'm doing and what I'm doing isn't just kind of going away in vain. Because without YouTube, there's a very real chance that it would just be me sitting alone in a room after my kiddo and wife go to bed every single day. And I think if I wasn't doing the YouTube thing, I would probably just be sitting there playing video games. And I don't know, video games are just like you get nothing from them. Like, who fucking cares? But at the same time, I fucking love playing them. So it's like an in the moment thing. Oh my god. What do I like about having the YouTube channel? This is a harder question than I think it should be. And don't take that the wrong way. I like having you guys with me on this journey. But it's been something I've really been thinking about. And this is going to sound cynical as fuck, but it's true. I like seeing the channel grow. Not from a fiscal perspective, because like the fucking money from YouTube has been going down the shitter for the past 2 years. Like it's per view, dollars per view, it just keeps going down. That shouldn't be the end goal. I'm doing fine. I don't need this to pay any bills. This is literally all the money I make from this channel just goes back into the channel. It's just a self-serving way that Nick pays for his hobbies kind of thing. And I think that's okay. And that's likely all that it will ever be. And that's okay. But I do like watching that number go up. I also like the comments. The comments are absolutely amazing. They are little hits of dopamine throughout the day. I could be at work. I could be at work in the middle of the worst. I really do enjoy my job. But I could be going through a very stressful period at work. And then I'll look down at my phone and someone will say, dude, these orcs look awesome. Or, dude, this is my favorite mini painting video. And that fills me with, that is what really keeps me going. It's little nudges throughout the day on just random days. And it feels really great. And I appreciate that. So please, if you're a person who comments regularly, I appreciate you more than you could possibly imagine. And if you're a person that's never commented before, I mean, you don't have to. It's fine. But if you want to, you would completely make my day. This channel has also rekindled my love of video editing. Way back in the college days, nearly a decade ago at this point. Over a decade? Over a decade ago, when I went to college, I took a video editing course. And it was a very basic course, essentially video editing 101, where you learned just very simple video editing, or baby's first linear editing program type of stuff. And it was fun. That was one of my favorite courses in college. I don't think I've ever told the channel this, but I went to college for graphic design with a focus in photography, and I tried to double major initially in painting to go into more of an illustration route. I ended up just going into regular old graphic design without painting as a double major, because I really had a hard time with oil paints and how long they took to dry. And it was one of the two of like the foundational painting courses that everyone in painting needed to take to graduate were oil painting. And for whatever reason, when I was in college, I just could not stand the medium, so I ended up dropping it altogether. Always loved acrylic painting. Was never good at it, like canvas painting. But I always had fun with it. I was always more of a drawer, like life drawing, gestural drawing, that kind of stuff. Very in the moment, very capturing impressions type of stuff. The whole gestural drawing background of mine really plays into the speed painting videos that I make, where I'm trying to, use the most of the time I have available. Because as a full-time working bloke and a father of a 5-year-old little kiddo, I don't got much time. So every second that I get to put into painting models, to put into my Warhammer armies or the different projects that I'm doing, is I got to make use of it. I have to. I can't just sit there lollygagging, messing with one blend for 3 hours. Like, I got shit to do. I got games to play with these, and that's another thing that I love about the channel is the amount of games I've been playing has been fantastic. I've loved all the tournaments that I've been going to with the models that I paint on the channel. Many of the projects that I do are excuses to bring to a tournament, and many of the tournaments that I go to are excuses to finish a project. And it's this weird, sort of twisted cycle that I find myself in, always rushing to get the next project done for either a video or get the next project done for the next tournament. But I love it. It's been a very interesting, very fun, very rewarding type of grind. Um, but it's also been a tiring grind, and it's something that, although I love, I don't know if I want to bring forward with me into the future.
All right, I guess it's time to start talking about the stuff that I don't want to bring in to the new place, isn't it? Oh, that's way too much paint. Oh, fuck. It's too much. Oh, God. Oh!
Okay, I tried really hard with that portable microphone and my phone to capture all this very in the moment. Unfortunately, that microphone requires you to recheck a box every single time you're about to hit record. Every single time the phone screen turns off, you have to sign back in and then say I want to use this microphone, and I forgot to do that for this section. So I'll just kind of talk over myself as I paint here awkwardly in the background with my slightly too small shirt and belly hanging out just a little bit. And what I was talking about was some changes that I want to make to the channel, specifically changes to the content that I want to produce for this channel. And there's two big changes. The first of which is I want to stop focusing so much on growing the channel. A lot of the projects I've been doing recently, a lot of the projects I've done in the past few years have been very growth focused, very much thinking of a project that I think will get a lot of attention first and foremost, and not necessarily what I want to be doing at any given moment. That's things like those giant Paint 100 at a time videos like Paint 100 Orcs or the Paint 100 Space Marines that I have coming up. Those are both very fun, and I do think they're very valuable videos to have out there, but it's never something that I would genuinely be interested in doing if it was just me doing this for myself. I just want to focus more on the projects that I'm gravitating towards, at any given moment. Like, I want to focus more on the hobby that is drawing me at a personal level and not just on a growth, do everything I can to make the channel bigger level. And a lot of this is because I'm coming to the terms with the fact that this channel likely won't ever become full-time income for me, and that's totally fine. We'll talk a little bit more about that later when I start talking about the changes that are going to come to my Patreon. Basically, the amount of sacrifice that you need to do to become a full-time YouTuber in this niche, but in any niche really, is just, it's untenable for me at the moment. I might end up falling into the same mindset again someday where I'm trying to make this channel into something that it isn't. And that's fine too. There's something truly alluring once you start making videos about the idea, the prospect that this could become your full-time thing. But right now, I just don't have the bandwidth to do that. It's just not in the cards for me. I got the full-time job, which it's a job that I enjoy. It's not even like I'm trying to escape that. I genuinely enjoy what I do for work. But I got the full-time job, I got the kid, got the wife, got the everything else going on, got the house, which is going to require a lot of my time. And it's just not something that I can really push for anymore. And even when I was trying to push for it, I was still only producing, a video every month, maybe, usually every other month. And I just don't think it's worth that type of sacrifice, at least not right now. I also want to stop doing quite as many collabs as I used to do in the past. Don't get me wrong, collabs are a whole bunch of fun. Love all the people I've met through those. Love the different things I've done in collabs. But again, the things that you do for a collab project are never necessarily the project that you would be specifically interested in doing at any given time. And I want to just unshackle myself, and I want to be able to just explore the projects that I want to explore at any given moment. I want to just be able to work on whatever my little heart desires. And something that my little heart has been desiring is making non-hobby related videos. And when I say non-hobby, I don't mean like not Warhammer. There's something there are some non-Warhammer things that I want to do, which again we'll get to in a little bit. But more of a lot of the videos, in fact, the vast majority of the videos I've done on this channel are tethered to and locked to a project that I'm working on. And I want to start exploring some videos that are not locked to a physical project. The great example of this is my how to go to a Warhammer tournament video. That video was an absolute blast to make. I really enjoyed the process. I really enjoy getting into the editing of these videos and seeing what I can do and seeing what kind of fun I can have in the edit. And there's only so much you can do on a project-focused video. It's like the past few videos I've done, I've had more fun with the non-hobby, the non-project related portions of those videos. I've had more fun with just the points in time where I'm yapping at the camera and I can do fun things with the background and that kind of stuff. And I want to explore that more in the future. I don't want CC Minis to be a project-focused channel. I want CC Minis to be a Warhammer generalist channel, if that makes sense. And I have other ideas for other channels, which again, we'll get to in a little bit. And a lot of that is driven by the fact that I used to watch a lot of hobby related content. And in the past 2 or 3 years, I have had less and less time to watch that content. And I'm watching a lot more content and I'm listening to a lot more content. Whereas just, a person yapping at the camera, a person directly communicating with their audience, not necessarily about what they're doing at any given time, but about what they're thinking. And I've been really enjoying those videos and those concepts, and I want to explore that more in the future. And would you know it, I remember to turn that setting on. So let's go back to Yap and Nick in the painting.
Less important, at least to me, reason is because there's nothing I can really offer you as patrons that I think is worth the money that you are investing in the channel. And I know that a lot of Patreons are, set up so people can just support the artists that they like. And I get that. And I appreciate that dearly. But as of right now, like, I feel guilty about it, and I feel guilty about it for 2 distinct reasons. The first one is I can't produce anything of tangible value to you as the viewer more than just having your names on the screen, like I'm putting my current Patreons right here. Thank you guys very much. I do appreciate the support. I don't know why you're supporting me. And there's a considerable amount of guilt that I feel when you are supporting me as a channel and as a producer of this content. There's a lot of guilt that I feel when I'm not working actively towards the next video, when you could be supporting somebody else that probably needs that help a lot more than I do right now. So I think if you feel differently about it, if you're an active Patreon, again, if you're an active patron member, again, I deeply appreciate it, and I thank you. If you have, super differing opinions on that and you want to share them in the comments, of course I could be convinced to keep on pocketing money from people every month that don't need to spend it on me. Right? But at this point, I just feel bad about it. And it's a pressure that I feel almost every night, to continue to keep putting time and effort into videos. And I don't want to do it every night. I just don't. There are other things that I want to do. I want to be able to, as I said, make Magic the Gathering decks and play Magic with my friends. I want to be able to play video games without feeling guilty about it. I hope that makes sense. And I hope there's no feel bads about any patrons out there. Again, truly, deeply appreciate your support. And it means so much that you would, invest in what I'm doing here. I just think there are a lot of other creators who need it more than I do right now. And there are a lot of other creators putting their heart and soul into their content. And I am just not in the position to be able to do that at the moment. So I hope there's no hard feelings, but I think Patreon is going to end up going. There's also some other channel ideas that I have that I want to put some time into. And again, with the patrons putting money into this channel right now, I don't think I could morally take that financial support and then go work on another project. That just doesn't seem right to me. Because I have 3 or 4 other channel ideas that I want to start exploring. I want to start making these different style of videos about completely different things. One of them is slightly miniature related, but not Warhammer. And then a couple others are just completely out of left field. And I think if I ever, start making these, I don't want to feel the pressure from not doing what people are supporting me to do, especially with their wallet. Again, I consider Patreon members people who are investing in the channel, investing in more content, and I don't think I can morally take that money and work on other projects at the same time. And again, and this might all change. In 3 months, if for whatever reason the company I work for, if for whatever reason the company that I work for shuts down out of nowhere and I'm completely out of a job, there's a chance I might come back here and start making a video every single week and asking for patron support again. And that's always within the realm of possibility. But right now, I just I'm not feeling it. And I want to try these other things. I want to try making these other videos, these other channels. And I just feel locked into CC Minis right now. And again, I want to be very, very clear that CC Minis is not, it's not going away. But I don't know if it can be the sole focus of my creative output anymore, like it has been the past several years. And I think that's okay. Will I share the other channels with you guys as I start making those videos? Not at first. I know it's got to feel weird. I will let my patrons know, the current patrons. I'm gonna take down the email addresses, and I can email an email blast to y'all, letting you know these channels as they pop up. But since these are going to be different from Warhammer, since there's videos that are going to be made for a completely different audience, I don't think it would benefit either of us for sharing that information with you right away. What I think it would make sense to do is if any of these channels surpass what I'm doing here currently. And if that's the case, yes, I'll share them.
All right, yeah, I think that's enough of me yapping for today. Subscribe if you want to see more videos in the future. Thanks again to the patrons. I really, really, truly appreciate you guys and all the support you've given me. I can't thank you guys enough. It's weird. It feels like almost like a breakup, like it's not you, it's me type of situation. But it's really not you. And it is me. So it might be a little while to the next video. That's just where life's taking me right now. But I will see you then, probably in a couple months. If you want to watch some of my videos in the meantime, here are 2 good ones right here. I'm going to do my how to go to Warhammer tournament one and my making a Ferris box to store your miniatures. Those are probably the 2 videos that I am most proud of at this time. So enjoy those, and we'll see each other again eventually. Peace.